Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Najee from RapRadar.com. And today I got a very special guest, man. Seated to my left, y'all don't even understand this culture right here. Like, I've been chasing this guy around for a couple of years trying to get this interview, and we finally here. I got the legend himself, one of the greatest DJs to ever touch this shit, my man Funk Flex.
How are you, my brother?
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Everything's good? Everything's good, man. So far, so good.
Dog, you moving like active still. Like,
I wanna be
it's
active.
a pandemic though. Like, I feel like people slow down. Some people, you still like grinding like it ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I want to move around. I want to work on some music.
Yeah.
And so I'm having a good time.
Tell me about that. Like this, kind of, you constructing a project, dropped a few singles. You got one of the hardest joints out with Rowdy, the Reroute record.
Heavy in the club.
God. I like that. How, when did you kind of come up with this idea? Like you was feeling like, yo, now's the time I'm gonna kind of put this together.
Man, how did it? I was giving it some thought, and then kind of maybe you know what? How it really came about it. I think there was a freestyle I did with Hood Celebrity.
Yeah.
And it might have been my first one back with COVID. And then I saw Shaft. I saw Joey I.E. I saw this guy named Orlando.
Wartenberg.
Yes, and Gabi.
Yeah.
And I think it just started, like the conversation just was really happening of, let's travel, let's shoot some videos, let me send this artist a track. And there wasn't really an understanding of what it was gonna be at first, except a couple like one-offs. And then I just really started to get into the swing. And first I put out King Von, then Fabio Foreign, Jadakiss, Rowdy Rebel, CJ. I got The Baby, got Bobby Schmurder, Polo G.
Yeah, heavy hitters.
Polo G's gonna be on the King Von remix.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Verse is done already. We're just gonna shoot the video.
Yeah, love that.
And I'm sure I'm missing a few people who, I have a long list of project songs we've been working on.
For sure, but I feel like, it's dope because you getting this tape is comprised of the young guys, right? It's the young guns coming up that's really making noise, and I feel like you put on for the, the new cats out here. How you feel like you're able to kind of be in that space and maintain that? Because a lot of the OGs in the game, sometimes they kind of shut out the new guys, like, they ain't really putting them, doing tapes with them and songs with them and stuff like that.
You said some of the OGs might be washed. Is that what you're saying? It's okay.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm just conversating.
I'm gonna tell you, everybody ear just ain't, like to where they hearing the youth the same way. And I feel like the way, you comprising these good records with a lot of these kids, I'm like, what do you think it is? Are you going for the youth? Is it just you feeling it? Like,
well, okay. I have who I like. My son has who he likes.
Yeah.
So Hunter, my daughter has who she likes, and I have a couple A&Rs, a couple, I have a young every Friday night. So tonight, we come to my house. Me and I'm the OG, and then there's about 4 13 to 15-year-olds, and we argue.
And you just go through the music with them, and
go through
that's
the music.
fire.
I go through what I like. They go through what they like.
Yeah.
I like Pooh Shiesty, Big Dirty. I like his swag. I like Polo G's effort that he can go from bars when he wants to be, and maybe simpler, make it a little simpler when he wants to. Of course, I like King Von. King Von wasn't super melody.
Yeah.
But he was storytelling and good hooks, I like Fabio. He's heavy Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He's I know, I don't just label him drill. I know people
Fabio?
do. Yeah, I label him CJ 22. I can hear them for what they are. I don't have to hear them on a drill beat. You know?
For sure.
I think I'm an A Boogie fan. Shout to Carly Hustle. I talked to her
Shout out to
today.
Carly, yeah.
Right. So I haven't talked to Carly in a long time, in a while. And I think she's a little amazed that I like melody.
Right.
I think she's a little, but
I am too.
But now, is that weird that because
Only cause you the bars, like when you doing freestyle, like we know flex and bars, that's synonymous. So when you come in and endorsing the melodies and shit, I'm surprised. Not that it's not a bad thing.
I like when I say music, meaning like. And look, you could give your. I feel that I am just as known in the club circuit as I am in the radio circuit.
That's a fact.
As I'm a guy who's gonna hopefully have you have a good time in the club, and I'm gonna be a guy that when you're in your car playing some music.
Yeah.
So if you're a DJ, man, and I think DJs are lying. Some of the
What you
OGs,
mean? What you mean?
If they say they don't like it. You're in a club and in the melody, you turn it down, the people sing along.
Right.
You don't like that? You
gotta
don't
love
like,
that, yeah.
Like, so, I think, what you did ask me about being into the younger artists is a question I'm getting a lot across the board.
Yeah.
And I like new hip hop. I mean, I'm gonna do the comparison, man. I'm gonna tell you, okay, who's someone that's exciting now? I guess in New York.
Exciting, right? New York?
Well, Little TJ's popular in New York, right?
Lil TJ got it right now, I say. For New York, probably.
For New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I like Nas too. Like, wait,
Right.
Nas is did we have the anniversary of one of his albums like the last 2 weeks or something?
Oh, was it? Was it
What-
20
one
years?
of,
Yeah.
Of the one, I think it's the Made You Look one. Whatever album that was.
It was written 20.
The one with Made You Look, I think, is the one that people, it was an anniversary. But all that's to say is,
right.
all right, Nas. I'm a Nas fan because I enjoy how he described what he saw through his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm a little TJ fan because I enjoy what he describes through his eyes.
Right. Right.
So
I love that.
that's kind of like now when Nas was describing it, I could be the same age as Nas.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, or even at the time, he's talking from a Queens perspective. I'm a Bronx kid.
Yeah.
So I'm learning there too.
What it is, right. Learning, yeah. I'm
His-
from Queens, so you know what I mean?
His slang is different from my slang.
Right.
His words are different from my words. It's probably the cars you like are different from my
Right.
cars. Like, whatever.
Right.
Just
It's a different vibe, yeah.
So, okay. Now, it's still interesting to me. There's little TJ. All right. He's from the Bronx. But his Bronx is different from my Bronx.
Right. Yeah.
Are we saying the same street signs? Are we saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it's just different. So there's a part of me that I'm looking at him as, all right, let me see what it is like over there now.
Right. Right. Nah, for sure.
So that's what I think I enjoy that. I do.
I love that. I mean, one of the dopest parts about you and your legacy and your story is like, I'm 32, so I feel like, my whole inception of hip hop, you've been there, right? Like, but you're still relevant today, right? Like you've literally been through every era of what it feels like this culture has kind of given and produced. When you look at it and kind of look back, like, what was your favorite era, I guess? Like your moment that kind of just, that was Flex's favorite.
What? I don't, I don't have a favorite. I saw Method Man answer that question.
Yeah, you saw that one? Yeah.
So I know why you're asking.
I wasn't trying to say that wasn't the setup.
I don't think you were baiting.
That was
no,
the setup, though.
I don't. No, but I mean,
Because you just been hit, like, you've seen everything, bro.
when Method Man answered it, I respected it and
Yeah.
I loved it, and
Yeah.
I could understand his vibe.
Right.
There's I'm a person. I watch all podcasts. I
Okay.
watch my brother. I have a podcast that I watch. I forgot. I swear to God, I forgot the name.
Yeah.
Where they have artists that made big records like before videos were popular. The videos that they do get like 1,000 views.
Right.
It's not even like a lot.
Right.
So, okay, I gotta like when you say all the errors. All right, there used to be an artist. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, they don't have a lot of videos.
Yeah.
There was a record, Mantronics and MCT, that was a huge record in the club that never had a video. Sucker MCs, Run DMC, never had a video.
Right.
Eric B for President, never had a video. These are huge records.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's what? That's mid-'80s?
Yeah.
Maybe mid-'80s, a couple of those records in the mid-'80s.
Was you in at this point, mid-'80s?
I was a fan. I was carrying crates for big DJs for Chuck Chill Out. I really, my Red Alert affiliation was really 89, 90. We kind of like, that started. But all that's to say is we compare eras. I call that the dead ball era of baseball because it didn't have all the energy and arms and the legs. Now you creep into 88, 89, you creep into 90. Tribe Called Quest, De La may be some of the dopest, most creative groups of our time, but because they conducted an era that wasn't driven by video, there wasn't a whole lot of outlet, and it wasn't on a national scale of playing radio.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the Migos saying they're the greatest group of all
time. Yeah.
I am so okay with that.
They supposed to say that.
But you know why they probably feel like that too?
Yeah.
Because they probably haven't completely properly seen Outkast, Tribe Called Quest, or De La Soul.
Yeah.
So maybe that is that for them. But so when you say an era, it's very hard for me to have an era because late 80s, Big Daddy Kane is, he's Little Baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you
make it comp. Yeah, he's the guy. Like, absolutely.
I don't know. LL Cool J is in here someplace where
gotta be Big Queens.
He's our Jay-Z. He's our Jay-Z before Jay-Z is LL Cool J. 10, 15 albums.
Yeah.
Chameleon. And when I say a chameleon, can adapt to any situation.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to, you're probably not familiar with the Cold Crush Brothers. And you've heard the name, but I'm sure you're not.
Not the music, but the name. Yeah, the name.
That's my Drake. That is my harmonizing Drake. That's my we don't mean no disrespect. This is how we put you in check. 83. Like, that's my Drake.
Right.
That was the guy that was harmonizing, making it hip hop with the beats rubbing.
Yeah.
So it's hard, man. I like both of them the same.
Both of them? Yeah.
I like Drake as much as I like the Cold Crush Brothers.
Right, that's
it
dope.
means something different to me.
Yeah.
So, I'd have to say artist. I don't know.
Yeah.
My brother, I like,
He's like
there's
you been
Gangstar, there's Nice and Smooth,
Right.
there's Rakim, there's Kane, there's Coogee Rap. I mean, and my nigga, there's A Boogie, there's Lil TJ, there's King Von, there's like, to me,
so
it's
much.
popping out here.
It's popping. It is popping. I love this shit. Yeah.
And, I don't think I have an era. I understand why Method Man he liked the 90s, right? That's what he loved.
He was like he liked the 90s and he couldn't sort of understand how the kids was getting it now, like, you know what I'm saying? But
with the money or no?
Yeah, with the money part, with the money he was saying, but
he was
like the
bread.
90s.
Wu-Tang was getting bread. Don't let them
They didn't make it sound like the way he
lie to you. Niggas was getting money.
They didn't make it seem like that the way he was talking on
They
there.
was turning down $500,000, $750,000 shows, tour dates, not tours, dates.
Dates.
Yeah, the 90s, you know something that the T.I. Waka Flocka 2 Chainz era doesn't get credit for something. They was making records with each other all day.
For sure.
Wayne, them, and it kind of like, it bubbled, it made them stay very strong for years after, to me. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
Because they made so many records together. When you're making records together, you don't want to fight with each other. You're seeing each other, they're friends or whatever, they're acquaintances.
Yeah.
And I think that the 90s era, and they're gonna hate me for saying it, Wu-Tang Clan and Bad Boy Records, there's probably one fucking collaboration.
Just one.
Is there another
Yeah,
one? With
I'm
Biggie and Meth.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, Biggie and Meth. I'm trying to think is.
The fact you have to think that long
Yeah,
is a bit nuts.
it is. I'm trying to really, damn. Yeah.
Now, I don't know why. I don't want to speak for any team, but they were popping at the same time.
You feel like that's New York shit? Is it just like New York shit? Like we just don't really.
I could speak for that particular situation. Like I don't know what was going on between them.
Yeah.
But, and if there was, there may not have been nothing.
Right.
But you're trying to tell me Biggie, Craig Mack, everything else, Mace, Locks, Raekwon the Chef, Meth, RZA, Old Dirty, and we got one song between two teams.
Right.
You know, that stifled, I think, you know what I think? Because I can understand why Method Man likes the 90s, and he's right. And it's a pivotal time for him, not just for him.
Yeah,
I think,
definitely for him.
You know, Method Man doesn't get a certain credit because Biggie and Jay-Z and Nas kind of came in right after him. You know, he was a sex symbol and a lyrical god at the same time.
Really?
Absolutely. The girls think he's cute, thinks he's attractive, look, I'm not speaking on a man, so.
Yeah, I'm saying, but back then, yeah,
Back
you could
then,
say,
the girls, he was a sex symbol, and his lyrical bag was serious.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, you know, then the Biggie and the Jay-Z and everything else kind of like came a little brighter. And Nas might have been before him.
I think Nas was
before him, but
yeah.
but Nas coming to his prime was
After. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
So where you feel like, and I think just the fact that I have you here on the day that, you know, X passed away, DMX, is special. Where does he kind of fit in all of that and your, you know, just your spectrum of, you know, we talking greats in the 90s.
I knew X in 1990. He had a song called Born Loser, and I was DJing on WBLS. He lived around, I moved from the Bronx to Yonkers. He lived around the corner from me. We used to go to the same sandwich shop.
There.
And he was, I want to describe the personality that I knew.
Yeah.
A couple things could happen when you're with him on the corner. He could help an old lady across the street. He could punch somebody in the face.
Yeah, right. You never know what you...
It's a switch.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
But he's not punching. I mean, you know, maybe the guy said something sideways, or X could be like, I remember you fucking. You're like, yo, bro, what?
Right. Right.
But you know, I'm not sure. X is great. You know. You see, Rockefeller and Bad Boy always not the head guys, but you know,
Yeah, the
they
team.
always
yeah.
talk about their accomplishments. Rough Riders are kind of a little bit more laid back. They know
Right.
they're great, and they don't really look for the accolades. So I think neither does the dog. You know, the DMX never was like, I'm the best or I'm better than this one. So, look, if he had a record in 90, what year did he get on? 97, 98?
Yeah, at least to me, I feel like 98 was when it was like, this is the hottest motherfucking...
Are you familiar with K Solo?
Yeah.
You know they were in jail together.
I ain't know that.
And there was a record, Spellbound, that DMX feels K Solo stole from him in jail, and K Solo feels DMX stole it from him in jail.
Yeah.
That's the SPELLL, Spellbound. Like they both used to spell.
Right.
Like early DMX and early K Solo. I'm not sure who did what, but if you think about that, that's 1990. For X not to get on till 97, 98, man. You know, it's a long time.
That is a long time. I haven't even thought about it like that.
It's a long time.
Like,
you know, I don't know what year Get At Me Dog came out, but...
Was that 98? Because that was shot in the tunnel, the video. When I seen the video, I think, wasn't that in the tunnel? They shot that?
They shot the video, but the video the record was out
already
long
before
time
the video?
Yeah. You see, you're used to now...
Where you get the video with
the
the...
same time. So
right.
now that song, you know, people don't give DJ Clue credit like they should.
Shout out to Clue.
There was that was actually a freestyle on a Clue tape. And I was playing it off a bootleg piece of vinyl. He was not on Def Jam yet. I don't think. And you gotta listen to it. It's on the B side of the vinyl.
Yeah.
And he only says, "Get at me, dog," at the end of the whole freestyle. Blah, 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 blah. Get at me, dog.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's the Locks and him. And I heard it first on a Clue tape. Then, when the vinyl came around, then that's where I kicked in and did what I do.
So tell me how, because like, obviously like, you know, Tunnel synonymous with the shit you was doing. When you first felt like when X, like we said, I felt like 98, maybe 97, 98 was when it was there. When you in the Tunnel and you playing DMX records in that motherfucker, like what does that, like what's the energy like? Like you gotta describe that for me.
We got is the right word comparable? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, comparable. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you gotta give me the.
We gotta be comparable of the times.
Right.
You know, X was kind of the Rough Riders were a constant underdog. Like they're the street, they're the mixtape.
Yeah, the street. Yeah.
That Bad Boy though, my brother, was shining in a way that was
shiny suits, shiny jewelry, shiny everything.
But see, the shiny suits was really the latter end.
Okay.
When them niggas was in
you talking Craig Mack big
when they was in them fatigues, and Mace was Murder Mace, and that whole thing was coming, you know. Even when you say 97, 98 and how big the dog was, this is still Puffy's town.
Right.
Like he's still Rockefeller's is there but lagging behind for a minute.
We gonna get to that. Yeah.
And then it kind of surpasses, you know, it surpasses it in Jay and them become king of the city. And then Rough Riders was always real.
Yeah.
Dope. So now, getting back to DMX talk, DMX had a lot of great records. I don't know if his, you know, the city was just always so crowded that sometimes he didn't get appreciated, I think. You know, but, you know, when he used to cry at a show, you know, like he was, his hooks and, you know, DMX's style for 97 and 98 was still a touch old school. Like it was that.
What you mean, like from the flow wise? You mean?
Well,
or
it was traditional.
Yeah. Okay.
Traditional guerrilla bars.
Yeah.
Energy, personality. You know. Remember, you know, Mace and Jay and everything, they were laid back cool.
Yeah, the smooth, like, yeah.
They were laid back smooth. They were really offspring of Big Daddy Kane, if you
absolutely,
ask me.
100%.
You know, but, so, I think, of course, you know, that he passed away is terrible. And, God bless, you know.
God bless him,
but
yeah.
He's always going to be remembered as being great. And he is great, you know.
Absolutely. Man, Flex, you got to tell me, man, because it's funny. You and Hove, man, I feel like y'all been treated.
That guy.
Do you? Because I don't be knowing sometimes. Like,
No,
just
I
as a
swear.
fan looking from the outside, it be
You
feeling
don't
like
the way
y'all
it
don't.
looks?
Like,
It looks crazy?
It feel like y'all don't really, like, not like it's on some, like, oh, I don't fuck with you, but it feel like just jabs, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he throw jabs at you on the 444, right? Spaz on the stove. This is
said
Hove,
so, right?
no flex zone. Yeah, who lied to you, right?
I thought he said so.
He did, yeah, it was a little sneak, like, you know how Hove do. He do the little, Hove do
respect
his.
that.
That's what I'm saying. But you coming at, where did this stem from? Where you feel like this made you get on your Hove shit like, nah, man.
Nah, I think it's. I keep it a buck, man.
Yeah, keep it a buck, Flex. This niggas watch this. Keep it a buck,
We
Flex.
never got along in the
Never,
90s.
yeah. He ain't fuck with you back then? It was just
Nah,
weird?
I'm
Like,
from Bronx, Brooklyn. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a different way of, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. Now I'm going to put Cypher Sounds on blast. You know, Cypher used to do A&R then. I thought everything was great. And he's like, yeah, because, you were too. I said, no, I was wrong.
Right.
And then I just like to have opinion about stuff, man. And I think I rub people the wrong way sometimes. I like to have an opinion.
Yeah.
If we're in a barbershop, I don't know, we're going to have an opinion. Why can't
sure,
I?
we
Why
gonna
can't
have-
I?
yeah.
I'm going to say the same thing I'm going to say in a barbershop.
Right.
I'm going to say on the radio or online. And I like to, he's my favorite rapper of all time.
Jay?
My favorite.
Really? He's my favorite, too.
He's greater. He's the greatest too. People get mad when I say this. I think he's better than Big. That's me. I really do because
That's big.
it's just his body of work. It's not that he doesn't convince me of that. I think his body of work speaks for itself.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
You be going in on him sometimes, though, Flex. Because I listen, nigga. I listen to your rants. I be on the live.
You feel like I'm going in?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Wait, well, how
sometimes.
do you feel it's disrespectful?
Only the, and this is a touchy one. The Dez one, that was a little like, cause over there, I just feel like, when all that stuff came out and they was talking about the Dez situation, I feel like nobody really speaks on it. So the fact that you was speaking on it, it made it a little like, oh shit, like, I don't want to say disrespectful, but you went where other people don't go, you know what I'm saying?
But I do that. I feel like I do it with everyone.
Yeah, very
And
true.
I feel everyone can do it with me, and I don't get mad.
Right. Okay. That's respectable.
Right? Like
absolutely.
I have it. You could look on any time I've been on social media. I've never said, "Yo, how dare he say something about me?" I don't think that that's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, do I? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're making music videos, right?
Yeah.
And you're in the public's eye, and you make music, and you put it on the DSPs, I'm not supposed to give my fucking opinion?
Right.
Look, now, I hate to be cocky today, or not cocky, let me use the right word. Have an opinion of me. You want to have, I comment on people's music a lot, right?
You do. Yeah.
I toss my music out there. My first record is King Von. Shit's kind of tough.
Talk about it,
Fabio
Flex.
Foreign.
Yeah.
That record's kind of tough. My Jadakiss record is gutter.
Hard. I like that record.
Hard. My Rowdy record is the biggest record in the club. I'm talking it, I'm commenting on your shit, and when I get a chance to make my shit's banging.
Yeah.
So, cause all these motherfuckers that is mad at me, they come out the woodworks if I had some whack shit, right?
They would. Yeah, they waiting. They waiting to come. They waiting to come get you.
They waiting to hurt me.
Yeah, waiting to come get you. Yeah.
So, I mean, I just like to comment. I don't know. I think.
Well, when you say he didn't like you from before, because and this is
No,
my
I'm only
understanding.
kidding. I don't know.
but
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah,
I
I don't
don't
mean
know.
that. Listen, I just want to know because this is my understanding. Like I said, when I was coming up, because I didn't really get on to Jay till like I wasn't on when Reasonable Doubt dropped. I wasn't on that. I'm like third. You know what I
The
mean?
music industry doesn't like anybody with an opinion. They don't like anything that they can't buy, and they don't like anything that they can't control. So sometimes when a rapper goes out of selling gold units, he starts getting platinum, he starts owning a label, he starts owning a management company. Now Flex ain't your friend. Because I don't want him to give his opinion anymore. Because I'm trying to rate this other label for $1 million or $2 million of their marketing budget. I'm not saying anybody specific.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the game.
Right.
So a guy like me becomes, we don't like him. You liked me when you were selling 200,000 units and you wanted me to say you were hot. But now you don't because you just don't. Somewhere along the line, not the truth, somewhere along the line, an opinion bothers you.
Right.
Because I don't think I'm going to say end or be all, but it's just an opinion. And I respect people who have an opinion. I don't know. I was on a kid's blog on his gram. He must have had 1,000 followers. He said, I can't stand Flex. He said, look, I added this bozo. He said, he was my idol. I don't like the way he's moving now. And how dare he, I forgot there was a group he said I didn't play. How dare he not play them? How dare when they come up with freestyle, he don't pay attention to them. I respect his opinion.
Was it Griselda? He was talking about Griselda?
He might. I think it was a different artist. I think it was I don't know. I think it was a West Coast guy.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him, and I understand that.
Right.
Right? Like what's wrong with what he said? Like, there's nothing. That's how he sees me,
right.
And I'm okay with that. So, man.
Go ahead, Flex.
A rapper should be fucking ashamed of himself being a fucking pussy complaining about what a nigga said about him. Nigga, you on the record talking tough. You start boo-hooing when a nigga says some shit about you.
Yeah.
You could throw sublims all day to the next rapper in the studio. That's the part that baffles me.
Right. That you can't come back with it when they.
But what is this?
Right.
If it's wrestling, it's WWO. If this
exactly.
is preschool, tell me that thing.
Right.
Oh, this is kindergarten? No problem.
Right.
Oh, it's the big leagues. Which one is it? Because if it's the big leagues, you're gonna get, what's the most disgusting part about a rapper? A rapper that turns his comments off is a pussy.
That's good. We can use that.
You fucking pussy.
Yeah.
You're on your phone all day talking tough.
Yeah.
You're writing your bars. You're putting out your mixtape. You got your guns in the video.
Yeah.
And you turn off your comments, you pussy.
Talk about it. Yeah.
What kind of banana shit is that?
It's crazy, man. Like this,
have you seen a rapper turn off his comments?
Oh, for sure. A bunch of them. A bunch of them. I seen it. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
I want to talk to rap. If you're a
Go ahead.
rapper
They watch this.
I'm going to tell you something.
A lot of people watch this.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you about yourself. That you turn your comments off, you pussy. You go to your phone. You go to the post.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see a few comments you don't like.
Right.
You go, that's not true. He's supposed to be my man. How dare he say that? I'm gonna go to the settings. I'm gonna turn my comments on. A rapper really does that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And you want respect.
That is so funny,
and
man.
You want me to respect you.
Yeah. Man. Like you've been like, when it come to rappers and this, going back and forth, you've been in some legendary battles. You've been a part of the moments. Tell me, I want you to kind of replay this moment. Obviously, like when the Drake Meek shit happened, I'm gonna give you my vantage, right? Like the Drake Meek shit's going down, Charged Up come out. I remember I was at a
good
barbecue.
record.
That good record. It didn't get I feel like it didn't get the respect at the time, but it was a good record. And I'm like, oh, okay, charged up. I like this. Then I remember listening to you that night, right, on the radio.
When I said I was gonna have it?
Yo, but Flex, you hyped me so I'm like, oh my God, this nigga is gonna set the city on fire, right? So I'm waiting.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Now, mind you, because this, like I said, this is Meek, right? So this feel like the streets versus, you know what I'm saying? This is one of those moments.
Streets versus the machine.
That's what it feel like, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, cool. Then Drake come back with the, you know what happened. He dropped the other one, right?
What was that, back to back?
Back to back. Nigga didn't wait for the diss record, nigga just dropped another one on his head. So at this point, I'm already like, I've never seen a nigga do that without a nigga going back, just come back with some hard shit. So I was like, oh my God, it's feeling over. And then y'all came, and then you dropped the record, but I feel like one that was already like back to back already kinda washed the shit out.
You feel like it was over?
Yeah, like it was, I feel like it took too long with the rollout, and then Meek shit, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like Meek shit at that time was more like, the bars was like, she said somebody pissed on Drake. It was like some serious street shit. But I feel like unless
maybe he wasn't having enough fun with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
you feel me? I don't think the gangsta shit today, it don't work the same in a battle as I feel like before. I feel like the battle technique kind of changed a little bit. So for me, I feel like that didn't work. And then, you know what I'm saying? But what was just like, when you seeing this and going through that, because that was such a fucking moment. Summer 16, that was like.
I like good, I mean, I gotta be honest, I kind of bit that whole routine or my involvement. I was copying, watching Red Alert and Shan and KRS-One. And I watched people throw the flame on it.
Yeah.
And I said, if I throw the flame on it,
you sure did. Yo.
This can be one of those. And I wanted to be, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to be in the history book like Red Alert and Shan and KRS-One. And
hold up, so did you hit Meek like, yo, let me premiere that? Like, how did that go that you got that?
You know what? Meek was always in a cheerful phase about, you know, he wasn't overly stressed. Like.
At that time?
Yeah, because I think he wasn't. And, you know, it's funny, Nori asked me when I didn't have the record. Yeah. You know, I want to say I feel maybe me and Meek must have had miscommunication.
Okay. On
the song, on what it was gonna be, and let me word this right. I may have I did reach out to him and was like, hey.
What's up? What's going on, my nigga?
I don't know if you see what's going on out here. Right. I did do that.
Yeah.
And he's like, of course, man. Like, and then I might have said, all right, Monday.
Right.
I might have.
Okay.
And then I think he agreed. And then when it came like a couple, they come far after that, right?
Nah, but it was just
days?
The timing. It was like maybe 2 days. It was only like 2 days, but the back was so crazy that I think it was already too late at that point. It felt like it. Just from the streets, it was like it was too. You know
no, it might have been. I mean, listen. There's a music front and there's a social media front, and you know. People are always looking to take us out, to take a, you know.
Yeah.
We were talking about a word yesterday. People want to hit the cancel button. They want to hit it. They want to hit it at any chance they get. They'll hit it twice a day if they could, 3 times. Like, and you know, you are boxing against that cancel button. If you keep that in mind when you're out in the streets,
right.
You know? How did you feel about the whole Meek and 6ix9ine thing? How'd you feel?
I felt like, so you talking about when they ran into each other and one is 6ix9ine saying Pooh Shiesty lyrics at a nigga. That was corny. I thought that was super corny. That was number one.
What did he do?
He was like, got my own fire, I don't need security in the club. Like he's saying that to Meek like on some beef shit. Like you saying lyrics. I thought that was super corny.
But it wasn't his.
Yeah, but it's just you just quoting rap lyrics right now. Like what the? That's just weird. But I thought with Meek it's like, I feel like you know this kid a rat. You know what he about. You know what type of time he on.
Don't fuel him.
Stay away from that, bro. It ain't even worth. Especially I'm just saying if it was Meek and like without no history, but it's like you got a history. You had, you spent some time inside. You had, you got like, the POs was on your ass, all that shit. It's like, leave this kid alone, bro. That's bad for business. That's how I felt personally. What'd you feel about it? Do you fuck with Meek like that? Y'all cool? Y'all tight?
I love Meek.
Like now, today?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand that sometimes my comments on certain situations, maybe some artists feel like it's a little difficult to sometimes be my friend. But I have a great relationship with him.
Yeah.
Listen, morally, and maybe what I've seen, maybe because of where I come from and how long I've been in the game, this 6ix9ine thing isn't something that I like, and I'm not saying even 6ix9ine as an individual. There is definitely a very big conversation over the last 3 years about testifying. Mm-hmm. It's definitely super in the front.
Yep.
And that's being debated heavily. I like 6ix9ine's first album very much so. I thought it was a good album. I thought it was a great. I gotta be honest.
The album that he put out, you liked it?
My brother, it was very big in the club. He had about 7 records off that album, smashing that club.
But was they good records though?
My brother, that joint with him and Tory Lanez is fire.
Yeah.
It's not a wax song.
You like that one?
No, I mean that one. I like Gummo. I like
Gummo. I like Gummo. I like Gummo.
Wait a minute, where you born and raised?
Queens.
My brother, Gummo's Onyx.
Yeah, like just agree. I like Gummo. Yeah, I like Gummo.
It's Onyx. It's
Yeah.
What's he say again?
Papa Willie,
Yeah, and then that back and forth energy, that's Onyx to me, and I like Onyx. Maybe that's what I gravitated to first. Have you been in a club when them records? Not anymore.
Of course.
Wait, let me rephrase that.
Well, now, yeah.
We
talking about before. Yeah, we talking about when we first came out. Absolutely.
Did you see what it was?
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Now.
It was crazy.
Like here's my question. If a record turns a club upside down,
Right.
can we question if it's a good record?
Yes. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I love this point. For me, because what you said earlier, right? You said it's two fronts. You said there's the social and the music.
You're right.
And I feel like that kid, he's doing what he do to boost the social, the attention. You get attention, and as a byproduct, the music is gonna be what it was because he doing all the shit that you doing. So I just feel like for me, it allows me to question: is the record really hot, or are we just fucking with this because the nigga going crazy, beefing with niggas and doing X, Y, and Z?
No disrespect to Boosie. I think he's a great artist, but he gets a lot of social media attention. Correct?
Yeah.
I don't think his songs. I don't think it's helping his.
Like the song, like for the sales of the songs?
Oh, just the energy.
I see what you mean.
The energy.
Converting attention to music.
I think the energy has to be there, but I get.
That's a good point, though. I see what you're saying.
I get why. I am totally understanding of why that doesn't sit well with people, and it doesn't sit well with me. I get it.
Yeah.
I do. I think that. All right. Do you think there's a changing of the guard going on with the music?
Yes. Let's talk about this real. I do, absolutely.
Right.
I do. And I'll tell you this. Drake has been the #1 guy for the last decade, right? Mm-hmm. I remember when Nothing Was the Same, he had the line, he said, this ain't for radio, but they still play it though, because it's the new Drizzy Drake. That's just the way it go. I don't know if it really go like that no more.
He feels strong.
No, he's strong. Like this 3-pack that came out, fire, hard. But I'm saying it was like a time where whatever this guy did, it don't matter, automatic. And now I feel like it got to be good now to do that.
Here's some not behind the scenes. I've heard people say, I don't agree. I've heard people say, Little Baby washed Drake on that record.
I'm one of the people that said that.
You felt that way.
Absolutely.
You heard that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I heard it too. Yeah.
Okay. Me personally, Drake's verse is hard. It's a hard verse. Now, do we feel Little Baby washed him because that's what our ear is used to. Because Lil Baby's melody in his verse was better than Drake's verse.
But he had bars on there too, though.
Oh, was his melody okay? Was his bars equal to Drake's bars on that song, or was his melody better than Drake's?
I give the bars too. I think the flow.
Oh, okay, go back.
bars-
Stay at flow.
Yeah.
Flow. If we say the word
Just
flow.
flow, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, flow's that's gonna be his up and down. How he's
Yeah,
moving on
just
that
how
song.
that shit keep
All right,
digging,
wait. His up and down is gonna have some melody.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, the melody. Yeah, you right. Got some melody.
His up and down is gonna have melody.
Right.
So do I think? All right, I think Drake's bars were better than Lil Baby's on that song, but Lil Baby's melody was better. His groove.
Yeah.
His groove on and how he got to where from point A to point B, but now. In saying that, right? Why are people in such a rush to move Drake out the door? What's the rush?
Well, I think. Well, first, let me be clear by saying this.
Not
I don't
you,
drink.
but
No.
just in
I
general.
just want to make this clear.
I feel
I
like
don't
some
think
people
Drake
are.
is out the door. I agree with you. I don't think Drake is out the door. But it feels like it's like LeBron on the Heat versus LeBron on the Lakers. Like, you still LeBron. Don't get it twisted. Like, you still gonna come and do what you do. But it was just a little bit different. You jumping a little higher. It's just a little different. But he's still the type. He's still the guy, though.
KD and Kyrie. Niggas ain't getting no chips like this
you know what I'm
nigga.
saying?
And
That's what I'm saying.
And I mean Drake. I guess Drake is the LeBron.
He's
right?
LeBron. He's for sure LeBron. And again, I'm not saying I still think he's the number one guy. But I just say that to say, yes, I agree with you. There is this, like, what have you done? You know.
Here, is Drake the number one singer,
Singer?
R&B artist?
No. Number one.
Why
number
not?
one R&B artist.
R&B, not pop. Because I already know
Number
where you're
one
gonna go.
R&B artist, The Weeknd. It gotta be The
I mean,
Weeknd.
The Weeknd's a little bit more pop to me, though.
Yeah. I mean, you thought the last album was pop. He's singing on like.
I mean, Drake. When Drake has to sing songs, all right. Is Chris Brown bigger than Drake as a singer?
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
You see,
I see what you're doing there.
I'm asking. Is he?
I see what you're doing here. Like now, like today.
Is Chris Brown's records bigger than Drake records?
No.
When
No.
Drake sings on a record
No.
and Chris Brown sings on a record, who's singing records bigger?
You ODing though. I see. Look,
I'm asking.
Yeah, all right. It is Drake, but that's not real singing though. It's singing.
Whoa,
Hold
whoa,
on, don't do that. Hold on.
whoa.
It's singing, but we're not gonna compare Drake singing to Chris Brown singing.
You tell that to all those panties that are wet.
Hold up, Chris Brown singing and Drake singing on the same level?
No, but I'm saying, all right.
I see what you mean though.
All right,
I see what you
now,
mean.
of course not, but I'm just saying, like, look, my only issues with Drake is reference tracks, right? And having a reference track and claiming King. Now,
Okay. Does that that disqualifies him from that? For
it
you?
just disqualifies him from top 5 dead or alive. Okay, now let's put that out the window. I'm not going to bring that up again.
Yep.
Now let's sales, talent, songs, entertainment,
Impact.
impact, right? And I'm only saying this as I think when you can rap and you can sing, that's a very strong combo on top of making good records,
Absolutely.
right? Now I'm not taking anything, of course, away from Chris Brown. I'm just acknowledging that because I don't think Lil Baby is time for him to be compared to Drake.
He's not doing enough, you saying? You
No,
feel like?
no. Well, no. He's actually doing a lot. But the credibility we're taking away from a guy like Drake is his output has probably been 10, 15 times more than the
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Than what's
Yeah. You can't even compare the.
but here. All right. Drake capitalized on the Wayne blueprint.
Yep.
Wayne was on every feature.
Everything.
Wayne was putting out all this music, and he had 5, 10 records in the charts. You know what this changed to?
Well,
That Drake made them his records. That Wayne was features.
yeah.
Drake,
He still does that.
Yeah, so Drake made his, okay. So then and I don't know where Wayne got it from. Who was doing it before him? I don't know. That was on every records like the way Wayne was. Who was Wayne's competition before?
That was on that, like just doing. Not like no one did it like that. I never seen nobody do it like that.
Yeah, so I'm just, this is just me saying, I've heard what you've heard with the little baby. I've heard what you've heard, that maybe he's not that guy anymore, right? Or maybe he's not. All right. What other rappers from Drake's era? Because if Drake's not there, let's see how many people.
No, Drake's still number one. I'm just saying, like I said.
Look, who else? Name me 10 artists
from that era?
Yeah.
All right, and
I want to know where they are now.
We gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do it because I'm not gonna get in that trouble. I'm not gonna say where they are.
You gotta hold up, but we gonna say.
I'm gonna just put it by you. All right.
Hold up, but we gonna say one is it's also different for Drake because his output is the most out of everybody. Like Kendrick, he don't put out as much work as Drake. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's hard to compare a nigga that's dropping that frequently to somebody who takes years off in between their projects. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
are the top 5 artists right now?
Drake, Lil Baby.
Well, let's go new. So let's take
new?
Drake out of that. Let's take Drake. Drake is there, but
All right,
top 5 new.
Top 5 new, hottest right now. We saying hottest or best? 'Cause that's a different things.
When people say favorites,
Favorites.
when people say favorites, who are the top 5 favorites right now?
Lil Durk is in there.
Agree.
Lil Baby's in there.
Uh-huh.
Roddy Ricch is still in there.
The baby's in there.
The Baby's in there.
Before.
And then I would say either Megan or Cardi. You got to give it to Megan or Cardi. One of them two.
You're asking me?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying that, but who out of them two, who you gonna give it to?
Oh, Megan or Cardi?
Mm-hmm. I like that Up record too. I ain't even gonna hold you. I kinda like that shit.
Nah, you see, I don't like feeling like this.
Ah, Flex, come on, baby. Shake
some
the block.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like I'll tell you why I don't like feeling like this. You know why I don't like feeling like this? Because artists are so sensitive. Where I'm keeping 1,000. I would put neither one in there. You know who I would put in there? Pooh Shiesty. Sorry.
Oh, so hold on. I don't know. Do we gotta take one of them gotta be in the top 5. Both of them is hot as fuck right now.
All right.
Unless we take Roddy Ricch out.
Oh, you know what? We just have. You know what? I hope we can put a disclaimer on this part of we are barbershop.
Yeah, it's barbershop
This
talk.
is barbershop talk.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just don't want man.
Just give me one, Flex. You ain't gonna give me one. You ain't gonna either. I just wanna know who the hottest. It's just your opinion. I just wanna. I'll give mine. First.
Oh, okay.
I'll give mine. I'll give it to Cardi.
Okay.
That's mine. I just think she's a little hotter, but again, it's a toss-up. So that's just my opinion.
You know what? And I hope I can say this without Cardi B being upset, because I think sometimes I give my opinion of music and everything, and it gets.
She's gotten mad at you before. She's gotten mad before. Flex.
I mean?
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time. She'd be all right. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, you want to say, you want to say, I don't know if you know.
I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. Oh, shit, man.
All right, I'm gonna let you bypass it because
I'm
you ain't
not. I'm gonna say
gonna
it.
do it? All right, let me see.
I'm gonna be, please, I say this with love.
Yeah, with love. It's all love on this show.
I do think Cardi B's a terrible rapper, my nigga. I just do, man. Sometimes I just want to tell you, I do, mother.
You let it weight off your shoulders just
yes, Yes, I just
Damn.
please, man. And but I think she's
Respectfully.
she's an amazing entertainer. I love her on social media. I love the way she talks about a subject. I like her whole swag. I like everything. She's a terrible rapper, man.
Hold on, when you say that, you mean the bars or just because she's not writing it, or is it just?
I
I think
don't
the
know.
bars be alright though.
Because if somebody wrote it, those aren't good bars. So somebody sold you bad bars.
Yeah.
There's nobody gonna fucking say it.
Nobody gonna say it. So you the only one that gonna say shit like this, Flex. You the only one, baby.
Why,
OG.
man?
Hold up, in Flex we trust. Hold up, in Flex
I gotta
we
take
trust.
bubble wrap. I gotta take all this other type of rap. Okay, I'll swallow that, man. I ain't gonna swallow bad bars, nigga. Fuck that.
Oh,
Fuck
baby.
that.
Oh, man. Woo.
I know.
You better weight off your shoulders, Flex.
Because niggas keep asking me and I keep not answering it.
Yo, that's great,
I'm
man.
tired of not answering that shit, bro.
Damn. She gonna be mad at you, Flex.
Listen,
she gonna be mad at
and
you.
you know what's something, man?
I don't agree, Carl. I think.
No.
But I see what you're saying.
But
I see
she's
what you mean.
dope, man. She's like she feels like when I see Cardi B, man, I feel like I'm talking to a girl next door to me. I feel like she understands the street. I feel like she understands everything. I love her campaign. I love her whole thing. When I don't see all those things and then I hear the verses, those are terrible bars to me, just to me.
Yeah.
And you know something? I don't want to do Megan an injustice in this thing that we're talking about. Megan is a better lyricist than her.
Agreed.
And I would give the fifth slot to Megan.
To Megan, okay.
That's me.
Yeah.
If we're gonna read, because
I respect that. Now you rationalizing it though.
Because I would if you want to give that slot, and I'm not pitting people against each other. Look, man, there's better DJs out there than me. And there's some that I'm better than, and that's debatable. And I am okay to be debated.
Yeah.
I don't understand. You know, rappers got to stop being upset. If you make a record, man, and somebody gives their opinion, you know something? I'm gonna say something. I've had bad days on the radio where I sucked. I've had times in the nightclub when I've sucked. I've had bad albums or bad singles. In my 5 or 6 gold albums, I'm sure there was some terrible records on there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So if I can comment about myself, motherfucker, I can comment about you.
Right. I respect that.
And people will say it. Oh, Flex, your volume 3 was better than your volume 2, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. Like, why can't we judge? I don't know why those bars aren't. I'm not gonna say it's not it. I think it works for her fan base, and maybe, you know what? We're gonna have the discussion why she's mad at me.
Right.
I think Cardi at one time went on social media and said she was the king of New York. Do you remember that?
I do.
You remember that?
Yeah, of course.
You do though.
That was around that was when the 6ix9ine I feel like started that King of New York kind of
She
discussion.
said she was the king of New York.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. How'd you feel about that?
I didn't agree, but I think at that point, with how hot Bodak was, I think she have a right to say that. I didn't agree, but I think you have the hottest record in the city, you get to say that.
Now, I think for me, which was a little bit what my whole Drake thing was,
Like if you ain't writing it, you can't say it.
that's all I go back to, man. Now, it's cool if we're gonna do that, but then...
So you don't put Kanye in none of the listing at all, because he had a bunch of writers too.
I feel like, is he open with it? If I gotta catch you, bro.
If you gotta, because it was sneaky. Yeah, it was sneaky. It was sneaky.
Male or female artist, if I gotta catch you, if I gotta find out about it and you didn't tell me, then you know. But maybe that is my veteran purist bullshit.
Right.
But
as a fan, you don't want to know that though. You don't want to, like, if I found out like somebody wrote for Hov, I would. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the magician to tell you how to show you how the tricks are.
But I'll be honest, I don't know. It's Kanye. I don't feel he screams all the time that I'm an incredible lyricist. I think he screams I'm an incredible record maker.
That's true. That is true.
So I'm not surprised he has and I don't, what level is it really? Look, he has Pusha T. Sometimes I see, I'm sure Pusha T gave him some pen energy before.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I would think so.
You would think.
But, I mean, so we were saying top five hottest, right?
Yeah, 5 hottest.
Now, that's a totally different landscape of what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
4 years ago?
Right.
Right? So, something happening. Is there a happening of the guard? What happened to all the artists that came before 2021? What are they doing?
Good
Where
question.
are they?
Nah, it's
How you feel?
It's changing. It is changing. It's changing rapidly, quickly. Every day the game is changing. I want to ask you, Joe, because lastly, man, I know I don't want to take up too much of your time, man. Like, you got Inflex We Trust, this digital hub media, platform that, you've kind of created, you've elevated. I seen the Billboard press release come out the other day. When we talk about this, like all these young artists, like, tell me about that. Like, what does that entail? Like, what is the media hub like?
The media hub consists of, as you can see, I'm putting out some interesting songs. We're shooting some creative videos, Well, I call it creative because anything with cars is creative to me. It may not be as creative to everyone else, but it's my passion place. Yeah. And I'm working with artists. Look, there's Vaughn and there's Fabio and there's Polo G and there's Lil TJ and A Boogie. I got all those songs. I got something mean coming with Rakim. Mean. I have a mean Rakim song. The Jadakiss was to show people that, I got some things I want to share. Some veteran bars. Black Thought, Rakim.
Love that.
In the veteran bar stage, Jada. Yeah. And I'm working on a couple other people. EPMD. I'm working.
Man.
Some
Listen, yo, Flex, man. Like I said, I ain't want to take up too much of your time, but I think it's important to really give legends their flowers while they're here, man. Like I said, I grew up. My first inception of hip hop music is you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all you've done for this culture, all you continue to do for this culture. And thank you for sitting down with me, brother. I really appreciate it, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Man, thank you, man. So, dope episode of Cigar Talk, the legend himself, my man Funk Flex. We up out of here.